All right, ladies and gentlemen, you are welcome to another great episode on your favorite political talk show, The Truth with Ben Jokes. Now, we have come to a point as a nation where every sense of decency has been thrown out of the window by those in power. Just hours ago, a video began making the rounds online, and in this video, a House of Rep member, Alex Ikweche, was seen assaulting an Uber or Bolt driver. The driver simply called him to come out and pick up his item, which he was asked to deliver to him. Of course, his number was on the parcel, so there was no one else to call except the number on the parcel. And I'm not sure the driver even knew who he was, but obviously the House of Rep member wanted to be worshipped because he is a member of the National Assembly. So he assaulted the driver for simply calling the number on the parcel, which happens to be the Honorable's number, to come and pick up what he ordered like everyone else does. But everything quickly snowballed into an assault on this Uber driver. So, in a nutshell, these politicians see themselves as gods amongst men. And just as we were yet digesting that, Minister of Works Dave Umahi came up with his own utterance, which further demonstrated the fact that politicians have no regard left for the people, and only a revolution can fix this country now. It's been 18 months since TINUBU got into Aso Rock, and it's been over a year since he made Dave Umahi minister. Both have achieved nothing other than inflict pain on Nigerians. And this recent statement from Dave Umahi in response to the chastisement of the National Assembly shows that he and Tinubu will stop at nothing to inflict more pain on Nigerians. Before I show you that back and forth between Dave Umahi and the National Assembly and how Nigerians reacted, let me quickly show you this video by Shehu Sani. Months ago, Shehu Sani, Reno Omokri, Daniel Bwala made it a duty to always defend Tinubu online. And of course, we knew that they were stylishly lobbying for ministerial appointments, waiting for when Tinubu will reshuffle his cabinet. Now that Tinubu has reshuffled his cabinet and he didn't nominate any of Reno, Daniel Bwala or Shehu Sani for appointment, Shehu Sani has now started withdrawing gradually from the Tinubu support. Watch this video and see how Mr. Shehu made sense for the first time in a very long time. See the video.
But public opinion will change when people started seeing the fruit of what they have planted and the fruit of what they have suffered. That is when public opinion, you can't implement a reform that inflicts hardship, that denied people the basics, and that is painful for people to be applauding you. It never happened anywhere. It is the part of the risk you have to take if you have to change the political, economic, and social direction of a nation. And the only thing that is needed is that reform should come with a human face. Because if you are reforming the economy and it's about the people, then you shouldn't reach a point where before the fruit comes, everyone has died. So it is important for a president, as he implements economic reforms, he should also pay consideration that people are suffering. And sacrifice should be seen to be across the board. If the people cannot pay their rent, they can't pay the school fees of their children, they cannot find food to eat, or they can't afford to buy food, and their life is terrible, and life is brutish and harsh, as Hussein said, well, it should be seen on the side of the leaders too. And the leaders should be seen to be making sacrifices. If leaders live luxurious life, and then they will live a life of opulence or ostentation, which you can see, you can't tell the common people to make sacrifices. So it's important that sacrifices should be above board, because patriotism should not simply be for the poor. The rich, the powerful, and those holding position of power and authority should also be ready to make sacrifices.
You heard that. Shehu Sani is suddenly beginning to sound like the Shehu Sani that many Nigerians fell in love with. Some months ago, Tinubu could do no wrong in the eyes of Shehu Sani. He even went to the point of picking up a fight with some northern elders who were plotting to completely dismantle the northern faction of Tinubu's support group ahead of 2027. Now, cabinet reshufflement has taken place. Shehu Sani has been left out and he is beginning to sound like a statesman again. This is not encouraging at all, Senator Shehu Sani, and this is why Peter Obi stands out amongst all politicians of this time. Obi has been consistent in content and character from the very first day he began engaging in politics, which is, of course, about 2 decades ago. So, for a man to be consistent for about 2 decades is not a joke. The attitude of bootlicking and singing the praise of those in power, to gain favors are just manifestations of a failed state where appointments are never based on merits. That is the situation of Nigeria. What a shame. Now, let us look at that back and forth between the National Assembly and the Minister of Works, Dave Umahi. Recall that few days ago, Dave Umahi appeared before the House of Representatives Committee on the Federal Road Maintenance Agency, FEMA. And the reason for his appearance was simple. Nigerian major roads have become death traps, hindering economic activities and causing untold hardship on the people. So the chairman of the committee did not hold back his anger at this monumental failure of Dave Umahi and TINUBU. These guys left all the very important major roads that are bad to go and start beginning new projects that will take 10 to 20 to 30 years to complete. And everyone is just suffering in the country. So the chairman blasted Umahi at that meeting. But Umahi has responded in a statement using derogatory expressions on the honorable and the chairman of the committee, and by extension, the entire National Assembly and Nigerians. First of all, let's watch the video where the chairman of the House Committee on FEMA chastised Umahi for his failure and Tinubu's failure. See the video.
You are not here to come and tell us what you already knew in the area of resources. So if you are telling us the reason why you have failed in fixing our road infrastructure is because of resources, don't let me take you up there. Because you concentrated your energy as a minister on less priority issues. Don't discuss resources. I say it again. With all the roads that we have across the country are failed. If you are addressing these roads, existing roads, with the resources that you have, sir, honorable minister, we will not be where we are. Don't discuss resources. I say it again. You came here last year, you got 300 billion budget approval, supplementary approval. Don't raise my emotion. I am worried that you are not concerned about fixing Nigerian roads. We are not here for business of whether you want to do the job or you don't want to do the job. Stop telling us you are awarding road. We don't want you to be awarding road that you are not ready to do. How can you be telling us that there is no resources? In less than 1 minute, from everything that everybody has said, it's a clue. You have no plan for us as a nation. I was wondering what was used as benchmark for your appraisal.
You heard that. That was Honorable Remi Oseni, representing Ibarakpa East of Oyo State. He is also the chairman House Committee on FEMA. He was angrily calling out the failure of Dave Umahi and TINUBU there because he said Umahi obviously has no plans to fix Nigerian roads. He also questioned the benchmark used for making Dave Umahi minister in the first place. So that is lumping Umahi and TINUBU together. And of course, the honorable's hands are also not clean when it comes to stealing money. But what Umahi and TINUBU are doing is directly taking people's lives. With their failure to fix Nigerian roads, they are embarking on new road projects that won't be completed even in the next 10 to 15 years, while existing roads are death traps. Does that even make any sense? Even if you are trying to steal money, why not inflate the contract of fixing the bad roads. Inflate the contract, but at least fix the roads so that people can stop dying. But Olotu Omotola here says, a house divided against itself. That is it. And Felix here says, anyone who isn't happy with this outburst should kindly drive Benin to Okene Road or Benin to Warri. In fact, all our federal roads have collapsed. What Umahi is doing is Lagos to Calabar, Sokoto to Lagos. The lawmaker is saying fix the bad roads with what you have. That is it. And this tweet here says, good question. What benchmark was used for his appraisal? Same reason why Oshomole never supported the CBN governor. But what do you expect as T-Pain's favorite? That is it. And Olamilekon here says, everybody eye don't declare. You think Tinubu does not know that Dave Umahi is a failure, but he can't remove him because they are birds of a feather. Chai! But Dave Umahi has now clapped back. He fired back at the Honorable Remi Oseni and by extension at every member of the House of Reps on seat that day. And as a matter of fact, this response from Umahi disrespects every Nigerian whom the chairman spoke for. Let's take a look at Umahi's reply. Look at how the papers reported it. I am not your level. Umahi claps back at Reps Committee chair. The Minister of Works, Dave Umahi, has slammed Remi Oseni, chairman of the House of Representatives Committee on the Federal Roads Maintenance Agency, FEMA, for accusing him of mispriority. Daily Post recalls that Oseni had called out Umahi over the deteriorating road network in the country during a House hearing on Thursday. Oseni had said Umahi's focus is on funds, while neglecting what should be his priorities. Reacting to Oseni's statement, Umahi, while addressing reporters on Monday, said the lawmaker had not attained half of what he has achieved in life. The former governor said he would not join issues with a lawmaker out of the respect he has for the Speaker of House of Representatives and the National Assembly. He said his time is very damaging to the wonderful institution of the National Assembly, especially in the 10th National Assembly. For the rest of the Speaker and, of course, the Senate President and the National Assembly institution that I belong to, I will refrain myself from joining issues with him. He said, I have failed. No one in life ever said I have failed, and I have never failed in anything I am involved in. And if he likes, he should go and check my pedigree. I believe that God has to be with him to attain half of what I have attained in life. So I will not join issues with him because I have tremendous respect for Mr. Speaker and the National Assembly. But I will try to clarify some things. He said I was involved in some issues. Yes, he is right, because he sounded as if he was representing the contractors. And what were the issues? The issues of variation of price, and that was a very terrible program that was eroding the little resources we put in the budget. Umahi, this is not what they are saying. What they are telling you is that the resources that are in your hands should be used to fix the major roads that Nigerians ply. They said Nigerians are dying on federal roads. The roads have become death traps, and you are the Minister of Works. So the money in your hand, use it to fix those roads, Dave Umahi. This is what they are telling you. Is this so difficult for anybody to understand? But he's diverting. He's trying to run away from the major issues. And that was what that chairman was saying. You are only concerned about funds. Everything is just money, 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 money. Don't you have enough money already? This man. People are dying. That's what we are saying. Go and fix these roads. But no, he left all the major issues to start saying that the chairman is not on his level. He is on a level higher than the chairman. What is this level all about? That you guys were able to rig yourselves into power and then you began stealing state funds? Is that what level is all about? And look at how Nigerians reacted. Let's take some of the tweet reactions. So here says, this is the kind of statement you will never hear from Peter Obi. When some of us from the southeast repeatedly say we prefer Obi to some other politicians who are also classified to have done well in their previous offices. It is not only on the basis of performance, it also includes little things like personality. That is it. So many people can come up and tell you that Dave Umahi actually performed very well as governor of Ebonyi State. But if you have to look at it together, everything all together, his personality, your courage, your humility, other qualities of leadership, they don't possess it the way Peter Obi just embodies everything. They are talking about people's lives, you are talking about level. And Grant here says, what a stupid comment. You are at the level of Nigerians service. If you want class, go back to the private sector. That is it. You are a minister, you are answerable to the people. But these ones don't know anything about leadership. And Oluwatosin here says, do you know who I am? Expressed in another dimension. To these fools in power, it is never about service to the people, but outdoing one another in arrogance. They know absolutely nothing about servant leadership. That is why they won't stop looting to gain respect and mastery. That is it. Imagine Dave Umahi stylishly saying, do you know who I am? That is what he's stylishly telling that chairman and other House of Rep members. Forget the fact that he said he respects this one, he respects speaker. No. If you respect the institution, they chastised you and they are right, you should have accepted it. But you are coming out to say they are not on your level. You are speaking to all of them. And this tweet here by Taciton says, he is not on the same level with the people. It goes well to show you the kind of lawless people masquerading as leaders. They use people's mandates, whether given or stolen, to arrogate power to themselves. That is it. This statement Dave Umahi made touches every Nigerian that chairman spoke for. He's saying he's not on our level. So what are you doing as minister? That's why we say all of una from head to toe, na thief una be. And this tweet here by Destiny says, this is not about level. You are a disaster to that ministry. I can't imagine we have bad Federal Eku Abraka Obiaruku Road here in Delta State, and you are starting a new 40 years plan road of no value. This government should let you follow the batch B fired list on God. They can't fire him. He's doing their bidding. This is exactly how they want the country to be. In a country where we are talking about having enough forex, these people destroyed an investment that is worth over $200 million in Lagos. They said they wanted to build a coastal road. It took Peter Obi to expose them that this coastal road will not even be complete in the next 15 years. This thing will still be ongoing. So why are you doing it now? Why have you neglected other major roads within the country that have become death traps that are killing people? They looked away from all those ones. And they have started so many other projects like that that are not even relevant to anything. This is how they want the country to be. This is what we want to point out to the people. It's not just about awarding those contracts because they even want to embezzle money. They want to ensure that these roads that people ply majorly are not even fixed so that people can continue to lose their lives. The APC have come to steal, to kill, and to destroy. We will never stop saying that. I don't know any aspect of the economy that these people have not destroyed, any aspect of our system that has not been ruined. Is there education you want us to talk about? Out of school children everywhere. Look at the damning statistics that came out of the health sector yesterday, that 3 out of 6 private hospitals are struggling to stand in this country as we speak, meaning over 50% of private hospitals are gone. And these people are making all these private hospitals to fall because of the heavy taxes that they are imposing on them. Meanwhile, they treat themselves outside this country. Even if they cough, they are going outside the country immediately. And you are destroying the health sector. What are you trying to do? You are trying to finish the people. But I'm not surprised. This is the APC. This is what they stand for. They have come to kill, to steal, and to destroy. And that is why we keep telling Nigerians that the people must stand for themselves. The people must put their foot down and say that this cannot continue. We cannot continue to suffer in a country that has so much. because of bad leadership. And when we put our foot down, we cast our sentiments aside, we can easily unite and take our country back. But until then, make I still enter town. Make I go get some ogbonge political news wey una go like. Why? Because na because of una na I dey here. So don't go away. Don't go away.